Hi everyone, welcome back to Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who love to drink and talk about anime. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Hannah to quickly go through our anime disclaimers.
Yes, because you'll need them just in case you don't want sensitive ears listening. But yeah, this is fair warning, a podcast that we're going to be talking about there's going to be language, there's going to be cursing because we're drinking, there's going to be drinks. So
What the fuck are you talking about?
I know.
What kind of fucking language
rude.
is happening in
this
here?
This is bullshit. I
it's
know.
A family
I'm
show.
So sorry.
Please don't watch this with your family.
Yeah, don't do it.
Watch it in private.
With the door closed and locked. But yeah, so there's going to be language. There's probably going to be some sexy talk in here.
Some adult themes.
Definitely a lot of adult themes. And that ranges
references
from,
to sexuality.
Yes, sexy sex time and daddies. Lots of daddies.
So many daddies. All the daddies with an I-E-S. Daddies.
Daddies.
Probably some dark elements. Some things that might be uncomfortable. Death.
Sex, violence, drug use.
Mm-hmm. Heavy themes.
We're gonna talk about it all. So if you're a little sensitive about those subjects, please just be aware that it's to your discretion, and don't come at us for watching in dub. Okay?
Mostly don't come at us for that, because we are Baka Bitches and we are not reading subtitles.
We are not. Maybe on our own time, but this is podcast time, and we gotta go with the English. We gotta go with the English so we absorb it all.
Enjoy, guys.
Enjoy. Hello everyone, and welcome to Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who drink probably way too much, and we talk about anime just a little bit. I am one of
petite.
Yeah, petito.
Petito.
What is that? I don't know. I think it's pequeño is technically pequeño.
Oh.
Is Spanish for a little bit, I think, or I don't know. Correct me, I'm probably wrong, but it's of that. Anyways, my name is Hannah.
My name is Stephanie,
and we are on episode. I should really take notes of the title.
Episode 21.
Oh, hey, look at you.
Naraku's true identity unveiled.
See, there you are, coming in with the save again.
That's why I thought you would want me to intro. Yeah. But you were like, no, I'm good. And I was like, okay. Yes. You said it, and I was just trusting.
I know. I just, since we just do a
little tag teamy of this.
Since we're not doing the wiki readings anymore, it's really thrown me off my game. But I guess I should, for me personally, keep the wikis up.
There we go.
Just so I can get the title read in the episode number.
Yeah, I pretty much take meticulous notes. So
I know you're so good.
I can do the thing.
So much
Keep
better.
the notes. I'm the timekeeper over here.
You're always like, oh my gosh, Hannah, you are going over time. I'm like, I know, but I need to say this thing. I need to say this thing that's going to take 5 minutes out of the 3 minutes we have left. And you're just like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's exactly what I say.
I can tell, like, just mentally, just like, Hannah, can you not? But yeah, so we are on episode 21 of the Inuyasha.
The Inuyasha.
Well, there's no that, but it's because it's such a classic. So anyways, we open up to Gramps.
Yes.
Answering the phone. Not his cellular phone, not his personal phone. This is the house phone.
Right, because we are no longer in feudal Japan, but we're not also yet in Tokyo Crystal.
Yes, exactly. We are in just Tokyo from the 90s.
Yeah.
So, he's answering the phone, and it's surprisingly just like one after another, all of Kagome's friends calling.
Yeah. They keep answering this phone. Now nobody can get dial-up.
No.
Yeah, nobody can connect to AOL online at this point.
How is Kagome supposed to study and talk to her friends on MSN Messenger? You've got mail. Just, Oh, man, those were the days.
It was a different time to be alive,
It was
for sure.
very stressful.
For sure.
I remember when we had dial-up for internet, and this was when I was like 13 or so years old, and I was a rebel, and I stayed up late past my bedtime.
Oh boy! Stayed up until 9:23
to surf the web for all the anime things. I'm not even fucking joking. I'm not even joking. And it has to be on the family computer. That was just like in a wide open space in part of the house.
Tell us what you encountered.
I encountered many risks of being caught, is what and not for any of, like, it was not salacious stuff I was doing.
Oh,
what I was doing is there was
bummer.
One website that I was obsessed with because I was constantly drawing at the time. And it was a website dedicated to people's fan art of anime. So it was like a bunch of people, and like there was so many good
very
artists.
wholesome.
So wholesome.
So wholesome.
And so I would stay up late, past my bedtime, make sure my parents were in bed. And I would go and I'd turn on the internet, because at the time you had to turn on the internet on the computer, and it would make the loud, all the noises.
Yeah, it sounds like a car alarm going off.
Yeah. And you're just like, why? Why does it have to be this loud when my parents are trying to sleep and I'm trying to not sleep?
I'm trying to discreetly look at fan art.
Yeah. Browse and scroll anime fan art. And I did get caught one time, but most of the time because my dad, it was only one time I got caught, and my dad was mad, but it was fine. But what I would do, because the computer was in it wasn't even a closed off room, like completely, but it was part of the front room, and there was like a doorway to the kitchen, so it was all kind of connected, but there was a doorway, and so the computer was in this kind of tiny space off of the kitchen. So if you went into the kitchen from the other side, you could just see directly at the computer. And so what I would do, because my dad would have frequent heartburn at the time, so he would always get up, not always, but 50-50. There was a time that he would get up, get in the kitchen to drink baking soda and water, because that helps with heartburn. Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not fun to drink, let me tell you.
It doesn't sound good.
It's not good. I've done it before. His bad. It tastes soapy.
Maybe we should buy him some Tums.
Well, he doesn't have heartburn anymore, so it's fine. But he did have Tums, but that was the surefire way. It was baking soda and water. Okay. So
understood.
Anyways, so whenever he would get up to do that, I could hear them, like when their door to the bedroom would open. So at that point, I would quickly try to shut down this, computer, this Windows 98 computer. Like, shut it down to make it seem like the screen was black. It had been
actually powered off.
Yeah. And then what I would do, because it was a computer chair with a high back, is I'd pull up my legs and tuck myself.
Like you're not existing in the seat?
I did not exist. And I would just hear my dad clinking around in the kitchen getting his
baking soda and water.
And, do his thing and then leave. And then I continue doing the thing that I was doing and surfing for fan art into the wee hours of the morning. But there was one time that I wasn't able to do it fast enough, so I just pretended that I fell asleep at the computer.
Oh my gosh. Did it work?
It did not.
Okay.
It did not work. He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I just fell asleep here by accident. I was just checking something really quick and it didn't work." He's like, "You need to go to bed. What are you doing up?" It was like 11 at night.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but overall I was a good kid, so I kind of got away with it. But I just remember that.
That's wild.
It's stupid is what it is. It's very stupid. But
Now we're just sharing it with the whole internet.
Yeah, we really are. All of like the 3 people that listen. So it's fine. You guys will keep a secret, right?
I'm happy if there's even 3 people.
Same. But yeah, so this episode, I don't know, just kind of triggered some of that back in my day.
Right.
So yeah, Grandpa is answering the phone every time it rings, and every time it rings, it's a different friend of Kagome's.
Yes, and he's telling each of the friends a different story nonetheless.
A medical story.
He's not even sticking with the same condition. He's like, it's something different every time.
It's like ringworm the first time or something like that. And gosh, I can't even remember the other ones.
Me either.
Like rheumatoid arthritis is one of them. And Kagome, every time Grandpa rattles off a different medical thing as to why she's not available because he's so used to it, Kagome grabs the phone and is like, "Jeez, Grandpa, can you not? Can you not right now?" And I guess at this point she's getting ready for a date because she's wearing a really cute, like, pale yellow sundress type thing with a nice, like, light blue sweater on top.
Yeah, very, like, Miyazaki looking whimsical girl outfit.
Yeah, just
is
real
kind of
cute.
how it felt. Yeah.
Adorable.
Very simple, but very, like, cute aesthetic.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
And I guess she just is kind of getting into her regular, boring, normal life stuff a little bit. Like, her mind is still in feudal Japan, but she's kind of going with the flow with everything else. And she's like, okay, I'm going on this date with Hojo, the most popular nice guy in school.
Not even the most popular, but she even, like, slaps herself and she's like, the hottest guy in school.
True. So hot.
Yeah. So he's clearly, like, the talk of the school.
Yeah, he is the
one. Shit.
Like, if this were any other anime, he'd probably be labeled the prince and have, like,
he's
a psychotic... Yeah.
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 Minus the ego.
And the stupidness. Because, like, this guy seems like he generally has his stuff together. Yeah.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, he probably makes good grades. So, the Kagome is like, after getting done with talking to her friends, which we don't know what they talked about. Not important.
Her ringworm.
Her rheumatoid arthritis.
Yeah.
And what a
plethora of hemorrhoids.
Hemorrhoids. So many hemorrhoids. So she's like, she gets out of the house. She's starting to head towards the cafe or whatever that she's meeting Hojo at. But she stops and pauses at the shrine house that houses the well. And she's like, well, this is my family's property. I'm going to go in anyways. I have every right to be in there. And we're like, yeah, we know, girl. Relax. It's fine. And she peers down into the well, and she's just thinking of Inuyasha the whole time. And she decides to not just peer into the well, but she decides to climb into the well and tell Inuyasha off, even though he can't hear her. And she's just like, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and I have a date, and bleh, just kind of real angry about it or something. And, I think she probably just really wanted to see if she could be transported back to feudal Japan. But nothing worked. Nothing was happening there. And so she climbs out, and she's like, yeah, I've just got to go on this date. And in the meantime, Inuyasha is fighting the dog thing with the shards of Shikon Jewel all stuck in this doggo, making him rabid and shoot more dogs out of his mouth. And Inuyasha's just not having a good time. He's like not really into it. He's like kind of fighting, but he's not really putting any effort into it, which he would have just done some hacky slashies right quick previously and have been done with it. But no, he's just like getting, I wouldn't say his ass is being beaten, but he's taken a long time to
do anything substantial.
Yeah, to just get this over with, because he's definitely fought harder demons, and even though this thing was buffed up with 2 shards, it would have been nothing for him.
Right.
And Kaede is just over there, deep thoughts Kaede, and just like, oh.
Without Kagome, Inuyasha just can't realize his true potential.
Right, which is like...
Okay, then.
What? So Inuyasha just needs a damsel in distress to fight for.
Yeah.
I guess maybe that's a thing. I don't know. But that's her guess, and I guess maybe she might be right a little bit. And Inuyasha's over there, throwing a few punches, but not really with all of his might. And he's just like, Kagome will never see this kind of fighting ever again. She'll be safe in her world, just kind of trying to validate himself and the choice that he made for her. Then we, I guess, cut back to modern, but not modern Japan, to Kagome's time. And she's just sitting there in the booth, just thinking about Inuyasha and scowling while she's across the table from Hojo, who's just like,
Yeah, that did happen before she grabbed the shard, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that did.
Yeah.
And she be sitting there scowling because she's thinking about Inuyasha and like, also, how dare he do this thing?
It's making me so angry. I can't even enjoy my date.
I just want to see his stupid face so I can punch it.
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't
Very
say that,
teenage
but
angsty.
Yeah, definitely. She has big feels.
Understood.
Yeah, I get it. I still have big feels. I have no self-regulation at all, baby.
Same. What a turn on.
Just completely reckless with my emotions. Yeah. It's cool. they're sitting there and Hojo's just like, was it a mistake for you to come out? And Kagome's like, huh, what do you mean? No, I'm like, no, I'm having the time of my life as I sit here with like a drink from McDonald's or whatever. And he's like, really? Because like, I know, and this must be hard for you, Kagome. And she's like, huh, what? Like, she thinks he just is either reading her mind or, I don't know. But she feels like she's been seen right through almost. And he's like, yeah, because it must be hurting your back right now. Just sitting here. You've been really brave. And she's like, no, that's not it.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens next? What do we see? What's your note say?
Kagome goes on date with hottest guy at school. They are drinking soda, but not even Lady and the Tramp style.
I love this. I love these.
Then my notes had cut to when she does the whole thing where she's like, oh, I'm just going to go check out the well and I have a right to be here.
Oh, uh-huh.
And then that's when the thing happens where she like, the mysterious shard just appears and she grabs it and then she is able to tumble her way back down Alice's Wonderland.
That's right. Okay.
Yes.
So how that shard got there is back with Inuyasha being a piss baby.
Only doing the bare minimum.
Minimum.
To not be dead.
Crazy how that works.
Yeah.
And Shippo kind of gets in the middle of it and grabs the Shikon jewel, the big shard that they already had, because Inuyasha dropped it because he's being a piss baby.
Yeah.
And Shippo starts running with it. The demon dog expels more demon dogs from his mouth to chase after Shippo. And Shippo kind of smartly runs towards the well and goes inside via sliding down the tree trunk that's been lodged in there. And I don't know, he just kind of drops the jewel shard on the ground and kind of like passes out. Oh, because he hit his nards on a tree branch going down. So he's passed out, understandably. And the jewel shard is just on the ground of the well. And the demon dogs are trying to get him, but they can't fit through the hole because of the tree trunk. And yeah, that's when Kagome, leaving for her date, we're like, huh, I sent something. But then she ignores it and goes on the date. But she decides to leave the date early on and run back because she's like, screw it, I sent something, I need to check it out. And so she does go to the well. And she's like, I sense it. And starts going in there and digging around in all the dirt that's there. And she's digging super deep. Like a good 5 inches or so. When I think about that it's fine. Anyways, so she comes across the jewel shard itself, which to me I have questions about that I don't think could be answered outside of its anime, because logically speaking, because I know Shippo dropped that shard in the well, probably in the area that she's digging. And there's, a time continuum thing going on here. But how can it both exist with Shippo and also in Kagome's present time when she's digging. And so does that mean that there's technically two shards? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know though. I don't understand how the anime logic behind this works.
I don't know if they do either, to be honest. Because it's probably just a catalyst to get Kagome back to feudal Japan. I don't know. It's just weird. It's
just a plot thing that they had to make work. They were like, what is the most basic way we could make this happen? And let's do that.
Yeah, and I guess that's just kind of how it came to be, because usually if Kagome's traveling between worlds, she has the shard on her, the jewel shard on her. And there's only one in that instance. But in this one instance, there's technically two. One that's with Shippo, and one that's, 400 years into the future with Kagome digging for it. And I don't know how that's possible. I feel like it would have been better to be like, okay, the jewel shard is, on the other side, but it's in the well, and somehow it activates because Kagome's in the well, in the future, and it all just kind of opens the portal anyways. And then she appears. But no, she actually digs up the shard. I don't know. There's just so many inconsistencies, and I feel like the shard might have been different if she dug it up, because 400 years have passed, and you're now telling me, like, I don't know. This is too butterfly effect. I can't think about it too much.
Right. Yeah. We're not supposed to think about it a lot.
Yeah, that's true. We're just not supposed to have thoughts.
Okay. Wasn't saying. But also, yes.
We're just supposed to be like, oh, anime. So she is able to finally teleport back to feudal Japan in time to see Shippo passed out. And Shippo wakes up and is like, Kagome? And Kagome's like, Shippo! And they hug each other, and he's like, I miss you.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I never thought I was going to see you again. Mm-hmm. And Kagome's just like, it's fine, I'm here.
And then it's like cutscenes immediately to Inuyasha, who's like, I smell Kagome. I know she has returned.
Yes.
Oh, okay then. I guess we're just doing that now.
He's a dog after all. He has super.
I'm just saying.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't you appreciate your potential lover to be like,
to sniff me out?
Yeah, to
just sniff out my presence.
Yeah, and just be like,
in all of feudal Japan.
Yes.
Yeah.
How romantical.
Absolutely. It's what every princess dreams of.
Yeah, every modern girl that somehow gets transported to the past. Love it. So he does. He catches on to Kagome's scent and heads straight towards the well. And Muroku's just like, maybe finish off the thing that you're battling before you go see her. And he's like, nah, I'm out. And goes to the well, takes the tree out, which I'm sure you have notes about.
It was a big old stump.
It was a big stumpy stump.
Big old trunk stuck up in that hole.
Very thick. Very,
wedged right in the well.
right in that box. And pulls it out with ease, the thing that Shippo could not do for the life of him before. And just flings that into space, because there were just two demon dogs on it that were trying to get them. And Kagome gets out of the well And Inuyasha's just like, ah, like there's this moment as he's slowly floating down from the sky. Like gravity does not exist for him, so that's cool. And Kagome and him lock eyes as she's peeking up from the well, and he's looking down from the sky, and he's just, Kagome. And Kagome runs to him all like pretty sparkly and like from Inuyasha's viewpoint. And she's just, they hug.
They embrace. And he's like, I told you never to return. And then she's all, I needed to see you again. And then it's like awkward, and then she just yells at him.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about every interaction.
Isn't even Shippo like, oh, they're arguing already.
Cool.
She's been back for 4 seconds.
And they're fighting like an old married couple.
Yeah.
And
That's just like, what they do. It's just their relationship.
It is. That's just how it is. Like, I mean, you know, they communicate so well with each other. It just has to be in higher octaves than most people.
Right.
Yeah, so Kagome, honestly, very impressed with how straightforward she is. Like, I wanted to see you. And Inuyasha's just, like, kind of awestruck. Like, she wanted to see me? And, like, just kind of just silent because he can't process that. But Kagome processes it as, like, what are you looking at me like that for? What, you didn't want to see me either? You know, like, just kind of, like, goes into him.
Right.
And Shippo's just like, yep, this is where we're at again. That's cool. Gang's back together. And as Kagome is trying to take Shippo out of the well, she pauses, like this horrible feeling starts to come over her, and she's like, oh, someone's watching. And she turns around, and in the distance she sees a baboon cloaked figure in the dance. Dun dun dun.
Wonder who it could be.
We don't know, but we do.
Daddy
Naraku. And so Inuyasha then senses him and is like, and goes after him and
like hops all the trees to get there.
So fast. He's a big tree hopper.
Yeah, for being a dog, he is quite dexterous on the trees.
Yeah, you would think that's more of a cat thing.
Or squirrel-like.
Oh, flying squirrel.
Yeah.
That's why his arms are up all the time.
I mean, that was my thought. The pantaloons serve as like his little billowy thing.
The MC Hammer pants.
Yeah.
It's not just fashion, baby. It's for aerodynamics.
It's fine. Yeah, so he does his little hot flying squirrel thing to Naraku. Where Naraku proceeds to give a quite lousy backstory.
Yeah, in a sense.
That he's bringing in burn victim. He's like, my father, my father's father, my father's father's father.
And then we all fathered together.
And then this is how we come together. Because Inuyasha, correct me if I'm wrong, is he was at some point like, tell me what it is, tell me the grievous sin for why you despise me and you have it out for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember.
Yeah, like, who the fuck are you?
And that's when Naraku kind of gives the backstory. So, like, long and short, because we don't have a lot of time, it's pretty much just kind of summarizing the past couple episodes that we've watched with just the taking care of the burn victim and then the creepy little things come out of nowhere and they just start feasting on the burn victim guy. Granted, it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. He really did have it coming.
But see, the
he
thing
was a real
is,
dick.
The thing is that the burn victim, also known as, aka Onigumo. Onigumo. He, I mean, this is really Naraku's origin story. Like, Naraku is, but isn't Onigumo. So what happened is that Onigumo began to have feelings that he's never felt for Kikyo before. Like, I think it was one of those, like, I lust for her, but I also want to murder her kind of feelings.
It's a very fine line that we're walking here.
Yeah. I mean, but he was already not a good guy. And so one day, I guess he sees or senses like a horde of demons coming his way, and he's like helpless. But he also wants power, and so he says, okay, demons, feast on my body, and in doing so, I want all of your power. And so all of these demons end up feasting, I guess you could say, on his body, but his body is also now absorbing all of these powers from all of these, like, hundreds and thousands of demons that are going into him. And so he's kind of this amalgamation of demon and human, and he wanted to use this power to destroy Kikyo because she became soft. And she had all of this power within her, and it weakened. Like, Onigumo sensed that it weakened because she started falling in love with Inuyasha. And so in a sense, like, his grudge for Inuyasha has been, well, because you let Kikyo get soft, and she had all this power, and I, lust after her in more than one sense. And, and then he kind of figured out that the Shikon jewel that she's a priestess over and guards supposedly becomes much more vibrant and pretty if it's tainted. So he's like, okay.
Let me taint her flower.
Yeah, he's going to get her taint. I mean, what?
Oh, I was not even going there. Love it.
So he decides to more or less kill 3 birds with one stone, so to speak. Because he's gaining power from demons so he can enact his vengeance on Inuyasha, also lustfully kill Kikyo, and also then taint the Shikon jewel, all at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, this is the ultimate 8 million birds with one stone.
Yeah, he really be doing the most for a crippled, burnt person.
Yeah, he's maximizing his full potential here.
Sure. he really done did it. And so all these demons just take on the persona of Naraku. And that's kind of his backstory, his origin story. And after hearing all of this, Inuyasha's just like, okay, I need to beat him down. And upon discovering that he has 20 or so shards, Inuyasha's just like, fuck it, it'll be fine. Starts going after Naraku, and we finally see the reveal of what Naraku kind of looks like. Not the full thing, but, because, like, he has long hair.
Long,
dark, wavy hair that just kind of covers part of his face still, even without the bamboo. Fucking hell. baboon
mask,
yeah, cloak thing on, and you can tell he's very daddy. It's fine. It's the voice. It's the look. It's fine. It does it for me. I can fix him. And so Naraku ends up creating I don't know, if I recall, is like called a destruction field, and just everything turns into like this dark purple hazy dome of destruction, and all the trees that are touched by it like just turn into old dead leafless woods stuff. And Inuyasha's just like, I don't care, I'm gonna hit you, I'm gonna murder you, my dude, to take vengeance on Kikyo, like for Kikyo. And Naraku tries his best to kind of swipe at Inuyasha. Inuyasha, just out of anger, that kind of channels through Tetsaiga, who's now fully unsheathed and all big and ready to go. Just takes one like swipe with his sword and disperses this destruction dome. And Naraku's just like, oh, okay, this actually isn't good. And just disappears pretty soon after that. And Inuyasha, after the dome is clear and he sees no sign of Naraku, is just like, where are you? Why don't you fight me? And like really dramatic for a 50-plus-year-old half demon. And
but that's all we do. We're only dramatic here.
That's true.
Yeah.
And that's where it ends, really. That's where the episode...
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Spider tattoo.
Oh, yeah, spider tattoo. That's right.
Spider tattoo.
Yeah, that swing from Inuyasha's sword ripped...
revealed the spider tattoo.
Yeah. Yeah. It was good. It's good times.
Baka bye!